Welcome back to Disco Elysium. We saw what happened before. Let's just get right back into it. We got grilled by our fellow officers. So we just have a little more time. So I'm just going to actually go back inside. Because now that I've talked to Kim, I want to actually talk to her.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me? Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
She smiles conspiratorially. Well, I'm done with the mating rituals this time around. I don't know. Maybe I have. I had once. Winked twice. Then I lost her. I don't really want to talk about that right now.
I'm sorry if I was being overly familiar. I know we've only just met.
That's alright.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead. Oh, shoot. Okay.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glittered over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Seem to be in a chair. You don't need to roll with me. If you've noticed, but where I am or what I'm doing or anything. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Seem to be in a chair.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Sorry, I forgot literally everything. I hope you're right. I hope it's not... I'm blowing this one. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my.
It takes a moment to
You know
process.
where we are, right?
It was on my key. War zone at the edge of the world. We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts. The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? It was on my keyring.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
See, I have no idea.
We're in the city of Revshol, dear.
She flashes you a warning. Okay. Honestly, I don't know. Dilly Squad about man. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revshol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
Her eyes widened. Okay.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revshol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's bad year in my late 40s or 50s. It's the spring.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Oh, thank you.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Oh, I'm glad I was able to help her.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I'd like to think it's a dictatorship of the parliament, but something tells me it's not. Leaders are fierce warriors who dress plans on steeds and cowards before us. We're governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations determined to the freest market. We used to control people like cop. We are living under a cop regime. Some kind of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revshol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is
She thinks.
market-driven.
How come they're cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution.
Oh dear. She shakes her head, suddenly very worried. Oh, we were going so well.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So, how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Okay, come on.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Okay.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
I'm gonna get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Alright, getting a reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. And this kind green apple pen. Oh, pen of a green ape head in one end. The ape has closed its eyes. Kind expression adorns his face. It seems to be meditating. Huh. Oh, this gives me a +1. Damn. I might actually keep that around. This gives me the express, conceptualization, electromagnetics, composure. Okay. Alright, what's this?
Volumetric ship compressor.
Yep.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Ah, cool. That is weird. Alright. That's gonna keep going. Good. Footprints in the dust. That'll go through. And okay. Alright. Let's go out.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Not now. Alright. Do. Physical. Huh. Okay, here. Endurance. Oof. I should do something to... What can I do to increase my endurance? Oh, it's my damage. I should really get this upgrade back up. Violation. Oh shoot! Because of my damage. Okay, this. Okay, I need to do something about that. Okay, if I'm going to do endurance, I'm going to need more. I need to heal myself. Let's keep going then. Alright. See if we can't do anything about this. Alright. We got our shit together. Right? It's connected? Yep. Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Alright, let's do this. Come on, roll high.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
It's like kind of armor boots.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, they're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
With a notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. What kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
This is where the make would be.
Under the heel. Fairweather. Fairweather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Okay. What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Points to the boots.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Oh, dang. That's kind of cool.
Like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
This remind me of...
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Run your fingers over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice.
Ooh.
The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Ooh. Looks like there's a serial number on the right side.
Good. Can you read it to me?
Yeah.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
It looks out of place. I'll back
The
off
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I'm going to look into
An
it.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night sky? Is this a microelectronic system?
I have only a cursory knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can imagine. The somewhat organic lines remind you of old filament memory units, but not quite. No, you're nowhere near right.
I'm missing something here. A sudden ringing fills the air as the hint pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Now let the lieutenant work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal cap ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody knows. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse. Peering into it, the lens needs adjusting. Then,
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
oh, cool.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
He slides the camera closed and tucks it away on his belt.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
What do we need this for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
He hands you a piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Okay. Thank you, tutorial agent. Victim tattoo. Oh, probably in here. Oh, here? Alright. You're in. Do a preliminary inspection on different parts. Run a number of use storage and possible meaning of the tattoos. Okay. By going to the Interact tab. Is this it? Or in your inventory? Okay, gotta do that later though. Squints, look him in the eye, squint, take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I don't know. What to think? What do you think? Persian. Something's coming out of him. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Something's coming out of
The
him.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Okay.
The fuck he's saying?
Means he's had something to eat.
Talking about shit.
And he went to the bathroom. Maybe he went to the bathroom.
Maybe.
He doesn't really want to dwell on that too long. Don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
He points at his fat and chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Yep, seems like a lynching to me. Could still be he was moving after death.
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Alright.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Alright.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Alright. Dead man, tell me who you are, dead man.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. I see you're gone. Well, who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you. You are now. Who are you when you go
A
alive?
killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Obo.
What is happening? Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
There's that.
In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
Never mind, I wanted to. I'm talking.
It's the power of your
Black furry liquid just bubbling on his lips.
imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
Thank you, horrific necktie. With this, even though this probably gives me a little
He
idea.
loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah.
Here you go, you loony.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
Deep sea creature.
No, not quite. Be fair now.
The baby affected with the holochrome?
You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Alright. Expect the
The
belt.
hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
I can't come up with anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
Assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay there. Leister seems strong. How'd they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle tying the belts up to the branch. They climb up here using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
He makes a pulling motion. So we're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
No, they might have forgotten to brief me. My past has undergone a total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
They sure wanted him to stay there. The posture seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
Oh, okay.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Alright.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt,
Limbs
limbs
no,
limp
corpse man.
and torso covered in tattoos.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
No, nothing right now.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Alright, so,
If
how do
possible.
we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
So thing, Finn checks his notes. Step back
The
and
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and
I interact. Use the interact button in the inventory to inspect it.
an
Interact.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio computer or an old filament memory, but not quite.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Who are you?
Gone.
Put away that. Tell me more about the case. It's brief. Okay, I guess I could ask him about that. Couple more time, and then we'll get that. I'm gonna try and ask him. He's probably high as balls, but I need to ask him stuff.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
You kid about the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
The ladder. Ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable.
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
What's in the ground house over there?
Dunno. Kipda's gardener used to work there.
Used to work there.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it.
He feels his
Shit's
lungs with a
nothing
rent.
to Kuno.
Getting a little watery.
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
You mean the young woman by the whirling, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks at you in the dead in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
Alright. I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something
Yeah,
else.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Spits over his shoulder and looks right back at you. I'm curious about the crime scene, the body. What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
I don't have questions.
Fucking idiot Mulkapa. Doesn't know any questions.
I'm off. Hey, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
So you refer to yourself in the third person. Kuno, is that some kind of gang name?
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Maggie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrilling, and violent. The fire alarm.
Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Sound gets louder as the child shouts out the window.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
You literally were screaming rape. You damn coward.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Weren't you just saying I was gonna fuck him?
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
Ouch. Well, I just literally got myself beat because of this thing. Damn, I'm hurt bad. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. We got more of a preliminary on the corpse. We're about to figure out more of this thing. I'm gonna get a briefing from Kim to get more ideas in the next part. We'll continue this, as I said, in the next part. Bye.